yeah, he is gone now. He's just
man.
he left.
I was
He's literally molding, bro.
I know, I was too.
I was gonna order a cyber truck.
Yeah, why is the
I don't
Libs of
wanna
TikTok
browbeat.
banned?
She
she does is post where
is
people
reporting.
are. Wait, Matt
Night
Bender
only.
was banned from Twitter.
Yeah,
But he can still show up in Twitter Spaces. He's in a Twitter space on his account right now.
That's crazy, bro. Twitter is some nowadays.
A person is tracked dozens of times a month.
I don't even know what's
If you
going
want to
on
live in
over
a
there.
Society where then
Holy
that
crap,
person's family
Elon.
is at
Wait,
risk,
everybody who
you
got
just
banned from Twitter is all in a Twitter space.
I think
Oh, that's
all
kinda
of those
sick.
things are bad.
Wait,
I think
actual
that
Elon Musk is
shutting
here?
down journalists that report on that kind of thing.
Wait, they all talking to each other?
doesn't help.
Wait,
And
actual
I think
Elon
that-
Musk is
I
sitting
wanna
in
add,
here.
too, that like
He's a
I don't
listener.
know-
He doesn't
I'm
have
not an
speaking
FAA guy.
privileges.
Like, as you probably can tell, I
Wait, let me see.
don't know anything about how that sort of thing works.
Twitter.com.
I'm assuming that those need to be tracked for
What is it called? Like purgatory?
reasons that are,
Here, I
just
think I
for
can-
air traffic control reasons. I would hope so.
I found it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You got it?
So
Yeah.
I don't know how you debadge
I think-
logistically.
Yeah, Elon Jet's in there.
necessarily.
Yeah, it's just all this is.
Yeah,
Why is Tim
let's
Pool in here?
assume
Get out of there, man.
there's some
course he-
technology.
And
Of course he is.
16.4K other listeners.
He's gonna
When
make
you get on the other side of
17
this,
videos
you
about
have
this in the
been,
next 30
And
minutes.
I have been.
That's
Your
crazy.
position will change immediately.
Wait, so
And
who are these
you,
people hosting though?
have Experienced
Don't know.
a stalk.
These people
You've
aren't
experienced
banned.
Somebody telling people you're a
The host
Oh,
is
the
from
host is
BuzzFeed
weird.
News.
And in your case, Ben,
Huh.
I am very sorry that it
That's
actually
kinda
went
funny.
after your family. Drew, you
Wonder
said
what they're
you
saying.
haven't had this experience. I can tell you, everybody on the
That's
stage.
not what I said.
Excuse me.
Okay.
But
well,
do
if
these
your
people
family
are these
has to do
people
this, I'm
like
very sorry.
journalists and people
If
working
you
from
have
Twitter?
your-
Wait,
you had
are they
people
having a
on the
debate circle
you know
about
how
getting
your
banned?
is, And as a society,
Surely not.
we
No,
need to
these
look at
people
new
are.
forms of stalking, which is
You imagine everybody here is more or less on the same page
If
with
they
like
were
Elon
going-
and
as a,
That's
as a
my
society,
guess.
as a
Nah.
society, can we look at
Wait,
the
who wouldn't be? I know Ben
implications of
Collins
being
doesn't like Elon.
repeatedly
That I do
lied
know.
to again and again and again.
Not like
I mean,
This person has a pride flag in their name, so they
over and
must be
over
a
again on
socialist
Twitter today
communist.
Say that
Yeah,
the
that's
people
true.
who were suspended revealed
Tech reporter
his
for
exact
BuzzFeed. I
real-time
imagine
who the
they're
fuck
not.
is
which is a
actual
lie.
Elon Musk in
and
here?
lies.
Does this guy
which are
actually
being
not have a
promoted by him
job?
are putting people in danger. Lies
Yeah,
about Paul Pelosi,
Right, I kind of
all
listen to this
sorts
for a
of
second.
lies. So
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna
why
take a
is
quick
all of the
restroom.
discussion about this very specific incident about private jets, which is not something that a lot of people can relate to because they're not flying on private jets.
Not many people can
But
relate to having a private
aren't
jet.
addressing what is the real issue here, which is this platform is being taken over by repeated lies. These journalists who were suspended did not reveal his real-time location. So why can't we start with that and think about where that puts us as a society instead of just being gaslit again and again and again and again? I mean, it's just insane. Like, why are we putting up with this?
we're having is, what kind of society do we want to live in? And that discussion,
Bro, this is a
we want
social
any
media
individual,
app.
a journalist.
What are you talking about? What
executive,
society do we want to live in? It's a
billionaire,
social media
poor
app, bro.
person, anybody in between. Do we want anybody? Does anybody on this panel put aside who is being discussed here, whether it's Ben the journalist or Elon the CEO? Put aside all that and just ask yourself: do you want people to be tracked dozens of times a month?
Why are you
and have
assuming
their
that no
families
one on this? Why are you assuming that no one
Because
in
you
this
keep
discussion
changing the
can
subject.
relate to this except for you?
No, I didn't.
You're
I didn't- I
talking
did
to a
not
real
say that.
journalist.
I
This
didn't-
happens
I didn't
all.
say that.
This happens all
Journalists
the
get
time.
killed all the
And
time.
the opposite. So
the privilege
answer my
that some.
question. Do you want to live in a society where people are systematically tracked?
All right, Jason.
We already
Jason,
live in that
I'm one of the
society.
co-hosts here. Judge,
Yep. I'm
hold
gonna
on
let
just
you-
one
Hey,
second.
Jason.
I'm going to take
Hold on,
over.
okay.
Okay, yeah,
Because
okay, goodbye,
Jason,
Jason.
this-
Hey,
we're
because I
going
see
to have to mute
Elon Musk is in
Jason
this
if you
chat.
can't handle.
Hi, Elon.
Listen.
One,
I'm gonna join
I
the
don't
space.
think anybody in this room supports stalking. I'm sorry to hear about what happened with your family. Do you have evidence connecting the incident in LA with this flight tracking data? And
I think that
separately,
answer is no, if I'm going to be
if
honest.
this is an important enough issue
Wait,
to
Shark,
you,
can you hear me?
Oh my
why
gosh,
not
he's a speaker now.
enact the
Wait,
rule
Elon is
change
speaking.
on Twitter and give accounts. Like
Wait, they're
Jack
debating
Leamy's
Elon about his
to
like
respond
I think I'm
to
muted.
supposed
like you said,
stalking
a
incident.
slight delay in providing the data. Why say last month that you would support keeping his account online for free speech and then immediately suspend not just his account, but journalists reporting on it.
I just real quick, Elon, thank you for joining. I am hoping that you can give a little more context about what has happened in the last few hours with a handful of journalists being banned.
Well, as I'm sure everyone who's been doxxed would agree, showing real-time information about somebody's location is inappropriate, and I think everyone on this call would not like that to be done to them. And,
what a
There's not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists and regular people. Everyone's going to be treated the same. You're not special because you're a journalist. You're a Twitter. You're a citizen. So no special treatment. You dox, you get suspended. End of story.
So libs of TikTok.
So, and ban evasion, or trying to be clever about it, like, oh, I posted a link to the real-time information, is obviously that is obviously simply trying to evade the meaning. That is,
who got doxxed? Does he know what the word doxing means?
He doesn't. He's not using it correctly.
So when you're saying posting a link to it, I mean, some of the people like Drew and Ryan Mack from the New York Times who were banned were they were reporting on it in the course of sort of pretty normal journalistic endeavors. You consider that like a tricky attempt at ban evasion?
You show the link to the real-time information, ban evasion, obviously.
Drew, I don't think you were posting the real-time.
This guy has no clue how to moderate anything.
I mean, you're suggesting that we're sharing your address, which is not true, and you're suggesting that we're posting. We never. I never posted your address.
You posted a link to the address.
We posted a link. In the course of reporting about Elon Jet, we posted links to Elon Jet, which are now not online and now banned on Twitter. And Twitter also, of course, marks even the Instagram and Mastodon accounts of Elon Jet as harmful.
The thing that was on the
we have
platform?
To acknowledge.
You have to have evidence for you
the
prove
same
it.
exact
Doesn't he
link
like get
blocking
on journalists for having their like hidden sources and shit like that? But then they link to the actual source for how they get their thing, and now he's mad.
Here and there.
It was on your platform.
It's no more acceptable.
It's literally also legal
for you than it is
these public logs.
It's public information.
So anyway,
so it's unacceptable what you're doing.
No, what you dox, you get suspended. End of story. That's it.
Elon, I have to ask. I mean, I think what everyone's wondering is it's highly unusual for journalists at the Washington Post and the New York
stopped
Times
speaking, so he's just listening.
How they're...
Oh, did what?
I don't see him anymore.
What? The space?
He left.
Did he delete the space?
I'm still in the space.
Oh, it kicked me out.
That's unfortunate because
the answer.
I mean,
guess what. The
he is gone now. He's just
he left. I was.
He's literally molding, bro.
I know. I was too.
I was gonna order a Cybertruck.
Yeah, why is Libs of TikTok banned? She does is post where people are.
Right? There is value to reporting where people go. Most of what Elon Jet shared was him going to the factory in California or the factory in Texas. If you're an investor or, when we did our story on Elon's jet, we found a lot of interesting things, including that he was riding a private jet for 15,000 miles while, saying he was an environmentalist. There is reporting value in public data. So now that it's being framed as doxing, which is not how we would have ever defined doxing,
the words have meaning, crowd.
It's worth questioning. I'm sorry that he left before we could talk more about it.
Holy shit. He put up a poll 42 minutes ago asking whether or not he should unban the people, and it was now, tomorrow, 7 days or longer. Now one.
People's personal
and then
safety.
He's like, whoops, sorry, too many, and now it's now versus 7 days
on social networks.
Bro, I don't even know what's going on with this shit.
The resources
it's impossible to know what's going on because he just makes everything up as he goes.
He's trying to post his way through the cringe, and people keep disagreeing with him.
Most at risk and most vulnerable, and I think that's what's so disturbing is that it's basically the rules of the website.
Yeah, whatever happened to the conservatives who were posting real-time locations of those drag shows that get shot up?
It's not even the people.
But those are okay. But his like real-time location of his jet, that you don't even know if he's on the jet. It's public information. You know where people go. You know where planes go.
I just wanted to say thank you to Katie on behalf of the 31,000 people.
You are welcome.
Seriously, Katie and Drew, you have just attempted one of the first interviews of Elon Musk since he took control.
And all you got was him crying like
all you got was him like kind of softly rambling into his microphone.
And all we had to do was get
for 3 minutes
for it.
Yeah, all you had to look. I'm not even banned.
And they're all banned still. But it's not even a real ban. How can you join a space if you're banned on your account? What's going on?
By just posting constantly. And you just have to make a Twitter space and sit on it for like 2-3 hours. Just wait and wait and wait. And eventually,
yeah, apartheid Clyde is a bitch. You're right.
A global scoop. Congratulations. Hats off to you.
I can't wait till a bunch of Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Jack Prosbiak.
Like, what's the scoop?
Charlie
like,
Kirk, Steven Crowder, Libs of TikTok, Matt Walsh.
Like
all of these guys get banned for posting.
It's very personal.
For posting these
very personal concern about
like drag shows or any shit like that.
Safety and
I can't wait for that to happen. That there's any kind of consistency here.
Yeah, consistency, moral dignity.
Would like their family not to die, so that's relatable. But like, what's
what the fuck is Brian Stelter, CNN or whatever, previously in here?
I don't know if we did this or not, but I think it's
wait, is that the guy who like showed his dick in the thing?
Brian Stelter? No, he was like a
can go away.
Oh no, he was the host of that like long running show that got canceled. Right?
Yeah, Reliable Sources or some shit.
Oh yeah, it's Reliable Sources.
Weirdly enough, Brian, I think you get a point, which is we've been covering the same stuff.
Ben Collins is based as fuck, by the way.
Why is ISW the Institute Study of War?
The reason for this is very.
If y'all don't follow Ben Collins already, you should.
The man protecting
this is like one of the best reporters we're gonna get, for especially queer issues.
I wish I could protect my family from the bad guys online, but at the end of the day, this guy has authoritarian control over this website. When simultaneously,
man, they should have asked him how the ads are doing.
Previous rule of the website, which was
there may be a soft spot,
kind of. Annoyingly bureaucratic.
Well, they should have asked him if he had lotion on his shit. If he was just back there fucking stroking his shit on his jet and shit.
I think he's too busy chewing on wires at Twitter HQ. Just crawling in they walls, chewing on wires, breaking shit every day.
Tomorrow we're gonna wake up.
I'm in the crawl space and shit. I'm crawling in spaces and shit. Twitter spaces and shit.
Assault on democracy. And then there's going to be this.
I'm scuttling on that shit. Okay.
Are you still interested in this space or?
Nah, that's it. That's all we needed.
I don't know who else could join.
Yeah, we just had to take a second to. Oh, that could make like a fun video or something. Yeah, that's incredible. That is wild to me.
I don't know if
how he's so connected but so disconnected at the same time, right?
What do you mean?
Because he's always reading Twitter. He's always on Twitter, like literally all the time. I think if you go to his account and then just go to like tweets and replies and stuff like that, almost any time in the day except for possibly like 5 a.m. you'll see that there was a tweet from him like 10 minutes ago. He's always online. He's literally stopped talking to the board of directors at Tesla. He's selling all of his shit. He's literally sleeping at Twitter HQ. He's pretty connected to like what's going on, but he's so disconnected at the same time. He lives in his own like rich man bubble.
He's not doing any of the work.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, did I just bug this door?
Well, except for do you know the new like normal Twitter verified like sentence that's there when you click on it, like the description?
Yeah, may or may not be notable.
Yeah, he wrote that personally, but I think that's literally the only work he's actually done. Which makes sense because of course he would post some petty shit like that.
I think the obvious takeaway is that by his logic of what would constitute doxing, which is not what that word means, he's literally rewriting the definition of the word doxing to suit his needs.
Just so you know, everybody listening, like doxing is when you take purposefully private information and make it public. Public flight records and telling people about it is not doxing.
Yeah, they are legally public. There is like legal precedent for them being public.
You can access it right now and just like keep it up and then just look at where his plane's going. Any day.
There's relevant case law to support it. But like, so like by that logic, so many other right-wing accounts that he seems to have preferential treatment allegedly for would also be banned.
But he's just not.
Banned. So that's like the main takeaway. That's the main narrative, I'm pretty sure.
It's actual goofball shit behavior. It's divorced man behavior to the highest degree. I hope I'm never as divorced as that man, I swear. Can you imagine?
Just never gonna get married, then I can never become a divorced parent.
That's true.
Easy clap.
That's true.
Just take the L on the taxes.
And then you can become infertile, so you'll never become a parent either.
I'm already infertile. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Here, I got
loading up OBS 4K settings and sitting it on my lap to make myself infertile because of vasectomies too much money.
I've been carrying a smartphone around in my pocket my entire life. It's over.
Yeah, I'm just on like a 24-hour call with my other phone. Just leave the two in my pocket. My balls are just getting singed with a 5G in between. The vasectomy is too much money.
You expect somebody, the richest man in the world, is going to be a relatively safe person when you're out in the public. Like, you imagine you got bodyguards and whatnot. You're probably traveling around in like blacked out window ass vehicles and shit.
Yeah, like Ethan Klein travels with more security than that guy does.
Evidently,
he's like looking to be killed.
I don't know about that.
He's just no, but I mean, just like. The way in which he acts and shit, like I was expecting him to have security. I never want to see Elon Musk in my entire life.
Well, how do we know that he doesn't?
Well, I mean, like he's literally. Well, I guess maybe he does, and he's like a child where his security tries to protect him, but he just because you saw that video where he walked up to that dude's car, right? Like, what if that guy had a gun?
Or was that somebody else?
That was him.
You know it was him?
I think it was him.
I didn't listen to it, so maybe he was talking.
I'm pretty sure that was. I was pretty sure I heard his voice, but I guess that could be me. But I was pretty sure that was him. That he walked up to that guy's car. Like, what if that guy had a gun?
Or if that guy was just like, I'm in here. I got looks.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he rolls down the window and he's stroking his dick. He's like, I got lotion on my shit. He's just flapping that shit around, lotion just flying everywhere.
I don't know. He wants to spin this narrative, and all of the people that fucking schlunk on his dick every goddamn day are like, oh my god, Elon, he's the Twitter files, they're gonna come for you. When that's clearly not the case, because the Twitter files don't implicate literally anybody. It was a complete non-story.
It's just your friendly
that's what everybody's
neighborhood.
Thinking.
Yeah, it's just your friendly neighborhood billionaire type shit. It's great.
They're just like trying to like create this narrative that his life is under threat because of the Twitter files or whatever.
I mean, he said it earlier.
Like, oh my god, I'm being doxxed by publicly available information being released.
That's his
now
whole
my life
thing
is even more at danger.
Just like I'm gonna post through the pain. I'm gonna post through the cringe. Did you ever see those tweets that he made and then deleted about getting booed out of the Dave Chappelle show?
Yeah.
He tried to lie to people. Like,
Lord.
It's just, why can't you just accept that some people don't like you? Why can't you just do that?
Because he wants everybody to like him.
And some for valid reasons. It's just, I said it before. I'm not sure if you heard this, but he seems like he comes off like a rom-com character who like put like $500 in penny stocks in like 1990, then passed out as a child and then woke up at 50 out of his coma as the world's richest man, and then he just lives like that. And it's just, I don't know, he just seems to show such little emotional maturity in his, I don't know, just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a hater at the moment.
I feel like there's a bit of psychoanalysis there. Maybe he didn't like have a childhood or whatever. I don't know.
Too hard, but like, it's just
being the son of an apartheid emerald mine billionaire, millionaire, whatever, inheriting all that shit. You have a different kind of childhood and upbringing. Like there's a whole ecosystem of like psychology as it pertains to people who grow up.
Have you heard him talking about his childhood? Dude actually fucking walked around like a Minecraft villager with emeralds falling out of his pocket. He used to just pay for shit. He just like flicked an emerald to somebody and then it's wild.
It seems, I think the most obvious is that he desperately craves like admiration and like respect. He wants to be like a king, right? Like he wants to get respect just because he thinks it's owed to him. And that's, he has all this money, so he feels like it's all owed to him. And then once he gets like a dose of reality and gets booed at a Dave Chappelle show, the people buying tickets to a Dave Chappelle show are happy about his transphobic shit and whatnot. The left is not showing up that much.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
hardcore,
it's just reality, man.
Hardcore communist socialists are not showing up to have a good time at the Dave Chappelle concert. I'm sorry.
So I don't know. It just, I don't know. It seems it's also, definitely a mid to 3/4 life crisis. That's for sure.
So fucking good. This dude's 50. He's 50.
Hey, he's rich, so he could probably live to 100 or more. So that's a midlife crisis right there.
When will you grow up? That's my thing. I don't know. Like, I grew in a household that respected maturity a lot. It's just, I don't know, man. Maybe your life is stunted as a kid when you.
It could be. I mean, there's a whole, like I say, I'm sure there's like a whole field of psychology specifically pertaining to people who grow up in like privileged, rich ass households, because your life is just different. Like, especially if you're the son of an important person, like you got to be walking around with fucking.
All I'm asking for is just like a tinge of responsibility and like in like clarity. He's just making shit up on the fly, and he just
he's just having fun.
I hate it because I genuinely like Twitter. It's my favorite social media.
It's one of the better social medias out there of the main ones.
It's like Zoomer Facebook.
Yeah. It's not cringe. Oh wait, no, we gotta buy shit for some.
How horribly cringe. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.